Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 325 of our trek. Yesterday on our trek, we were challenged with some crucial questions on why life is not a dress rehearsal. Today, we'll explore 5 essential elements on our hike that will lead us to success. Thank you so much for coming along with me today as we learn from the wisdom of the ages on our daily trek of life. Every day presents us with new opportunities to learn, to laugh, to love, and to make an impact on the lives of others that will last for eternity. While some of our daily treks are a multi-part series, you can join us at any time and start along with us from that point on. If you'd like to listen to any of the past episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journals, which also include pictures. You can also subscribe to Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play so that each day's trek is downloaded to you automatically. We're broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. This week so far has been a beautiful spring week. The hawks are very active, although we have not seen any signs of the young ones yet, so we're not sure if they have hatched. We do continue to make slow and steady progress on our client work and other related projects, as well as the projects in and around the Big House. There's always so much to do, so sometimes it's a bit difficult to measure our level of success from day to day. Success can take many forms and in all areas of our lives. We should have a purpose for our lives that all of our success is directed to. At the end of my life, it is my hope that after fulfilling God's purpose for my life, I can say what the Apostle Paul said in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race. I have remained faithful. There are some key essential elements, though, involved in success, regardless of what success looks like to you. That is why today we want to investigate the 5 essential elements of success. The first one is passion. Bill Gates was able to build Microsoft and become the richest man in the world because he was passionate about his vision and putting a computer on every desk and in every home. Passion, defined as an intense emotional excitement, goes beyond mere enthusiasm. So let's look at how passion is an essential element of success. A person with passion is a person who can set goals. Without them, you'll have no clear direction and will drift along the road of circumstances. Another technology visionary, Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple Computer, abandoned his studies at Reed College to pursue more lucrative goals. Once he identified his passion, he was impatient with the slow path of carrying it out. You too should recognize your passions. And when you share your goals with others, however, don't be surprised to hear things like, yes, but that's not realistic, or that's really not practical. George Bernard Shaw said, you see things and say, why? But I dream things that never were and say, why not? The second element is determination. Paul and I recently watched a Dolly Parton TV special called A Coat of Many Colors. It was touching and inspiring. When it was Dolly's turn at high school graduation to announce her plans, she said, I'm going to Nashville to become a star. The entire place erupted with laughter. She was stunned by their response, but the laughter instilled in her an even greater determination to realize her dreams. Dolly went on to write over 3,000 songs, and today she holds the record for the number of awards for any female artist, including 7 Grammy Awards and an Emmy. The first year that her theme park Dollywood opened in 1986, gross revenues to the city of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee jumped 47% over 1985. Her Imagination Library program has been adopted in 600 communities in 41 states. Dolly is respectively referred to as the Tennessee Icon. Let's look at how determination is an element of success. Without determination, a person can be easily lured away from their path. Many years ago, Viktor Frankl said, without a clear purpose, any obstacle will send a person in a new direction. And Stephen Covey of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People talks about the tendency to respond to circumstances rather than priorities. Just recognize that if you respond to circumstances, any obstacle will send you into a new direction. But with determination, you can establish priorities that will guide you through even the most challenging and unexpected circumstances. The third element of success is talent. As a young boy, Walt Disney lived in a world of fantasy and entertainment. When he first approached the Kansas City newspaper with his drawings, the editor told him, these won't do. If I were you, I would give up your work. From these sketches, it's obvious your talent lies elsewhere. Walt could have easily given up at that point. Here was a known expert telling him he had no talent for cartooning. He could have easily made up excuses for not pursuing his dreams to draw and to write. But he was not dissuaded. All he could find for a studio was an old mouse-infested garage, but in that studio, Walt continued to draw his cartoons. And we all now know that one of those mice became an international household word. Talent is a funny thing. If you wait for perfect conditions, it will likely never appear. So let's look at how talent is an element of success. Talent allows a person to focus. No one has talent in every area. Discover where yours lies and rise to the top. What are those things that you love to do, whether or not you get paid for it? Sometimes we discover that our first sense of calling is guided more by others' expectations than a true reflection of our strongest areas of competence. Your talent is an essential element for success when it is combined with the other elements. It may require that you invest heavily to allow your talents to bring success, but investment in yourself is never a loss. Benjamin Franklin said, "If a man empties his purse into his head, no man can take it away from him. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest." The fourth element is self-discipline. Years ago, Jenny Craig was faced with losing 45 pounds. While losing it, she gained the self-discipline she needed to launch her own company. Estimated annual company sales today are $400 million. Now let's look at how self-discipline is an element of success. Without self-discipline, a person can be easily swayed by others. Self-discipline is the foundation that makes the other elements work. Knowing the other elements are an initial step, but acting on them always requires self-discipline. Self-discipline should never be looked at as a hardship. It is a joy to be focused and intentional, while others around you evidence their floundering lives by wasted time and resources. Maya Angelou persisted in her writings even when others discouraged her. And at the time of her death, she enjoyed over $4 million in annual income. And the fifth element is faith. Even when everything is lining up logically or financially, real success requires a step of faith into the unknown. Do you remember Thomas Edison's 10,000 failed attempts to invent the light bulb? He had the passion, determination, talent, and self-discipline to carry him on, but that alone did not bring him success. He also had unwavering faith to believe that if God allowed him to see it in his mind, it could become a physical reality. Let's look at how faith is an element of success. Faith is best described in Hebrews chapter 11, verses 1 through 3. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. By faith, we understand that the entire universe was formed at God's command, that what is now seen did not come from anything that can be seen. And so it is with our success in life. The 5 elements that we discovered today will help us to refocus our lives so we can invest the time into what is most important that will bring success to our life purpose. Tomorrow on our trek, we will study the 10 laws of a living legacy. So encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person when you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, you are my friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.